If you're here, I'm assuming that you're frustrated with trading, that it's not going well. Maybe it's upsetting you. It's affecting your mind, affecting you emotionally, affecting even your life. I want you to do me a favor and just take two deep, slow breaths right now. It's going to be okay. I'm going to show you how to get past 90% of these trading psychology issues. If you're not yet consistently profitable, I can show you how to deal with most of this stuff. And in fact, I would say what I'm going to teach you today, you need to put more weight on. Trading psychology, I mean, FOMO, everyone deals with FOMO, no matter what level you're at. But most of the trading psychology issues are something that you need to deal with after you gain consistent profitability. So the first thing that looks like trading psychology issues, but the underlying problem is actually that you're trading a style or a time frame or a strategy that doesn't really align with your personality or your lifestyle. It doesn't work for you. Uh, most most of the information out there is about day trading on YouTube. Historically, traders like before the internet, before when people traded out of the New York Stock Exchange physically, and there was no internet, exchanges online or anything like that. People had to go to the pit to trade, to day trade. So if you wanted to day trade, you physically had to be there. You had to be that guy in the pit yelling your orders out. So historically, the data is that about 10 to 15% of traders showed up and day traded from the pit. Give or take more or less, but roughly around 10 to 15%. If I had to guess based on the information that's out there, being focused heavily on day trading, I would say that most people are introduced to day trading very early on, and as such, that seems like the way forward. Retail traders need cash flow. We need to grow our accounts quickly, and day trading seems to offer solutions to those problems that retail traders face. But here's the kicker. If it doesn't work for you, then you're not going to have success with it. You're not going to make 100% on your account in a month. And what's more, day traders don't consistently make 100% on their account in a month. They might have one or two or the odd month. And these are extreme outliers too. These are people who this day trading really works for them. And these people might make 100% on their account, but then the next month they might only make 2 or 3% or they might show a 20% loss. It's more common for traders to lose at day trading than it is for them to make these big gains. So your dream of cash flow, there's a better way, okay? I'm going to show you a better way. Um, if you look up swing trading, position trading, or even if we just reason out Mr. Warren Buffett's method of trading, I mean, Berkshire Hathaway has typically been one of the top 10 largest companies in the world by market cap, and he does not day trade. He's a long-term investor. So if you look up swing trading and position trading, there's lots of swing traders and position traders that participate in the US Investing Championship who make lots. They make 100%, 200%, 300% on their accounts. Now, in fairness, yes, there's some day traders on there who trade some very leveraged instruments and they make even bigger gains, but I think we need to be realistic. You need to be realistic about what your lifestyle and your time and your personality will allow. If you were to make even 50% on your account in a year, that is considered to be an outstanding gain. And if you can do that safely, there are ways to size up. You don't need to day trade. Another test about day trading that you can do is everyone will tell you that on that short of a time frame, whether it's a 1 minute chart or a 5 minute chart or even a 1 hour chart, It's just noise. There's not a lot of patterns because not a lot of institutions are getting in on the 1 minute time frame. In fact, I would say that almost no institutions are getting in on a 1 minute or a 5 minute or a 1 hour time frame. Institutions trade on a 1 week time frame usually or a 1 month time frame. And you need that institutional money to back the moves. The algos will just mess with you. They'll just go back and forth. They're just trying to get little gains and they'll chop you up. The noise happens on the smaller time frame. So think of it this way. I don't know if I'm dating myself a little bit here, but on the radio, you would hear static. Everyone knows what audio static sounds like. Ask yourself, could you listen to that for 2 or 3 hours every morning? Could you go an entire day of, say, scalping for 9 or 10 hours? Could you listen to static for that long? Or would it start to have an adverse effect on your mental state and start to affect your emotions and the way you're thinking? It's the perfect example of how day trading can affect the majority of people because you're trying to trade static. So it just becomes upsetting after hours. I personally developed dozens of different strategies using the method that I adapted from hedge funds and Wall Streets, the way they develop strategies. I have adapted dozens of different strategies on the stock market. Some of those strategies have been day trading, and some of those strategies have been profitable. But when I tried to execute the profitable strategies, I found myself getting really upset. It would totally ruin my day. It'd be 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon by the time that I finally recovered mentally. And I'm not a moody guy. I'm pretty stable, pretty calm. I know how to handle stress. I know how to handle pressure. Um, that's not the issue. It's not a psychological issue. It's that day trading is not for me. And based on the statistics in the past, I would say that day trading is not for most of you as well. If day trading is for you, if you love the excitement of the intraday trading and you just thrive off of it, you're more energized at the end of the day than when you started, then great, you're a day trader. I can still help you to grow. I can still help you to get that strategy honed and dialed in and get that edge nice and sharp. Um, but right now, when we're talking about trading psychology, I would say you need to be careful with day trading because it can be very upsetting. It's not necessarily going to be more profitable than other styles, other time frames of trading, and I would be open to other things in the Edge Foundry mentorship program, where we're going to start, whether you're coming to us as a brand new trader or you're coming to us as a more intermediate but stuck trader, still trying to get consistently profitable, the first place we're going to start with you is, are you trading a strategy and a style that fits your personality? Because I got to be honest, there is almost endless amounts of strategies that could be developed and that could work for you very profitably. But we just need you to get you trading one that is going to work for you. The second issue that manifests itself as psychological issues is that you don't have one or two strategies that you're consistently working on, that you're studying, that you're working hard to understand, that you're tracking, that you're reviewing. You need one or two strategies that you're 100% dialed in and focused on. If you aren't doing that and you're just moving from one strategy to the next, then what's going to happen is you're just going to constantly get chopped up. You have no confidence in any strategy, even if it works for another mentor or another guru or a friend, it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You have to you have to study the strategy yourself. You have to get intimately acquainted with it. Some common examples of situations that traders get themselves into is the classic you take an entry and then it just stops you out. And it does that 3, 4 times in a row. And now you're frustrated and you're moving on to the next strategy. Or you get into a position, you're not sure where to take profits, And then one day it just dumps down, the price dumps down on you. And so you get out maybe for a loss or a small gain. And then the very next day it recovers completely and continues to run for the next several weeks. These issues are so hard on a trader's psychology, but they're not actually psychological issues. The issue is that you haven't learned to hone an edge. So again, at the Edge Foundry mentorship, that's what we're going to teach you. We're going to teach you how to hone an edge, how to track one or two strategies, to focus in on those ones, and to learn to continue to progress, to learn how to continue to refine your rules so that you can continue to level up in your trading. So stay tuned to this channel because we're going to be offering lots of free advice on how to do the things that I just talked about. TheEdgeFoundry.com is going to have a trader personality profile, and we'll email you some strategies based on the questions you answer, some strategies that might work for you that you might want to consider. I want to leave you with a quote. One of my wife's mentors, who mentors her in training horses, it's different, but the idea is still the same. It's a universal principle. That quote is, frustration begins where knowledge ends. At the Edge Foundry, we are focused on continuing to deliver value, continuing to increase your knowledge and skill base. If you're a frustrated trader, subscribe to the Edge Foundry YouTube channel at the very least, because we want to keep delivering value that will legitimately help you to level up in your trading. It will legitimately help you to feel unstuck. We want to give you some structure to be able to continue to move forward in your trading journey. Please like, subscribe if you want to hear more content like this, and I look forward to working with you.